Imagine this. You're standing on a beautiful beach. The sun is shining, waves are crashing, and you're extremely thirsty. So you step into the ocean, scoop up some water, and take a big sip, only to spit it out instantly. It tastes awful, worse than you expected. And within minutes, you feel even more dehydrated than before. And that's when a strange question hits you. Why is the ocean salty? Why are rivers, rain, and lakes fresh, but the ocean turns everything into something you can't drink? And if salt keeps going into the ocean, why doesn't it ever disappear? Let's find out, right here on Story of Simple Things. The answer, everyone thinks is right, but isn't complete. Most people think they already know the answer. They say rivers carry salt from the land into the ocean, and that's why seawater is salty. And yes, that's partly true. But if that was the full story, lakes should be salty too. Rivers flow into lakes as well, yet most lakes are still fresh. So clearly, something else is happening here. The real answer isn't just about what goes into the water, it's about what leaves. Water, the silent collector. Water is constantly moving. When rain falls on mountains and flows through rocks and soil, it slowly picks up tiny minerals, calcium, magnesium, and most importantly, sodium. These minerals travel through streams and rivers, eventually reaching the ocean. So every single day, rivers are quietly delivering small amounts of salt into the sea. The one rule that changes everything. But here's where everything changes. When the sun heats the ocean, water evaporates and rises into the sky, forming clouds that later fall again as rain. But during this process, only water moves. The salt is left behind. Water can travel. Salt cannot. So over millions and billions of years, salt keeps building up in the ocean, while fresh water keeps cycling through the planet. A number that will shock you. And the scale of this process is almost impossible to imagine. Scientists estimate that if all the salt in the oceans were spread across the Earth's surface, it would form a layer hundreds of feet thick. Every grain of that salt came from rocks, mountains, and land, slowly breaking down over more than 4 billion years. Even today, rivers continue to carry massive amounts of salt into the ocean every second. Why the ocean isn't turning into solid salt. But here's something even more interesting. The ocean isn't getting endlessly saltier, because salt doesn't just enter, it also leaves. Some of it settles on the ocean floor, gets trapped in sediments, and becomes part of rocks over millions of years. So the ocean isn't just filling up like a bucket, it's a system. Salt comes in, salt goes out, and over time, it finds balance. Why you can't drink seawater, even if you're dying. And this balance directly affects you. Seawater contains far more salt than your body can handle. If you drink it, your body actually loses more water trying to remove that excess salt. Instead of hydrating you, it dehydrates you faster. That's why sailors in the past could be surrounded by water and still die of thirst. Because the same process that made the ocean salty also made it undrinkable. So the next time you stand near the ocean and taste that salt in the air, remember what you're experiencing. You're tasting billions of years of rain, rivers, rocks, and time itself. The ocean is salty because water never stops moving, and salt never leaves. Thanks for watching Story of Simple Things. What simple mystery should we explore next? Tell me in the comments. And if this made you see something ordinary in a completely new way, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay curious. Because sometimes, the simplest things carry the deepest stories.